Welcome to News Mongolia, where we bring you the latest stories and updates from across the nation and beyond. I'm Batsir Namshar. For our top stories, President of the Russian Federation to pay an official visit to Mongolia on the occasion of the 85th anniversary of the battles of Khalkhin. Cabinet meeting outcomes. Mongolia shines at the Paris 2024 Paralympic Games with historic medal wins. For the news, stay tuned. To commemorate the 85th anniversary of the battles of Khalkhin, the President of the Russian Federation, Vladimir Putin, will pay an official visit to Mongolia on September 3, 2024. During his visit, the two heads of state will hold official talks, exchange views on relations and cooperation between Mongolia and Russia, and participate in the signing ceremony for the documents to be established between the two governments of the two countries.
According to the Kremlin's online statement, Putin will travel to Mongolia on the invitation of President Ukhnagin Khurelsukh to participate in the ceremonial events dedicated to the 85th anniversary of the joint victory of the Soviet and Mongolian armed forces over the Japanese military in the Khalkhin River. Putin will also hold talks with top Mongolian officials, the statement read. The Speaker of Parliament of Mongolia, Amr Baysaglin Dashtsevik, and Prime Minister of Mongolia, Oyurdan Lawson Namsra, will pay a courtesy call on Vladimir Putin and discuss bilateral relations and cooperation. This year marks the 85th anniversary of the Battle of Khalkhin, the 75th anniversary of the Mongolian-Russian joint venture company Ulaanbaatar Railway, and the 5th anniversary of the signing of the treaty between Mongolia and the Russian Federation on friendly relations and comprehensive strategic partnership. In 2000, then Russian President Vladimir Putin made a landmark visit to Mongolia, the first by Russian head of state since Leonid Brezhnev in 1974 and one of the first of Putin's presidency, and renewed major bilateral treaties. Russia and Mongolia share a 3,500-kilometer border. Therefore, Mongolia and the Russian Federation have a history of diplomatic relations dating back to November 5th of 1921, when a treaty on establishing friendly relations was signed between Mongolian People's Government and Soviet Russia. This agreement marked the beginning of formal diplomatic ties, with embassies being established in Ulaanbaatar and Moscow in 1922. Over the years, Mongolia and Russia have engaged in cooperation across various sectors, including politics, defense, transportation, mineral resources, energy, food, agriculture, culture, education, and health. High-level visits have been a regular feature of this relationship. In 2009, the two countries initiated a strategic partnership, with Mongolia being the first to establish such partnership with the Russian Federation. As of December 2014, trade turnover between Mongolia and Russia reached $1.6 billion, with Mongolia importing a total of $1.5 billion worth of goods and exporting $61.6 million. Between 1990 and 2014, Russian investment in Mongolia amounted to $297 million, representing just 2.1% of the total foreign direct investment in Mongolia during this period. In the field of education, 2,760 Mongolian students attended Russian universities between 2000 and 2013 as part of an agreement between the governments of Mongolia and Russia. The agreement on reciprocal visa-free travel for citizens, signed on September 3, 2014, allows citizens of both countries to travel and transit without a visa for up to 30 days. In 2019, the bilateral trade turnover was recorded at $315.6 million, with Mongolia exporting goods worth $25.9 million and importing a total of $289.5 million goods from Russia.
The Cabinet of Mongolia convened its regular session and made several decisions related to public roads, transport and aviation. Details are as follows.
The Minister of Road and Transport of Mongolia, Delgar Sakhanborkhu, was tasked with urgently repairing public roads and roadway facilities damaged by floods and ensuring the permanent readiness of public road networks and the safety of transportation. Funding of 4.9 billion Mongolian tugrix will be allocated from the state budget for the repair of roads and road facilities abruptly damaged by floods. Relevant officials were assigned to study possibilities of funding for those repairs of public roads and road facilities damaged by sudden natural disasters from the state Auto Road Fund in the future. The agreement between the government of Mongolia and the government of the Republic of Belarus on mutual recognition and exchange of driver licenses signed on June 3, 2024 in Ulaanbaatar was ratified. The Intergovernmental Agreement on Aviation Relations between Mongolia and the Republic of Latvia and the Intergovernmental Agreement on Aviation Relations between Mongolia and the Republic of Belarus were ratified. Mukhtushik Thanarjau was appointed as the State Secretary of the Ministry of Foreign Relations of Mongolia. Patpair Mukho was appointed as the authorized representative in charge of the Governor for City Development of the new Zulmot city.
Now let's take a look at Mongolia's current affairs. Mongolia has achieved remarkable success at the Paris 2024 Paralympic Games, earning its place in history with extraordinary performances by its athletes. Surunjau Ulumbayr brought great honor to the nation by becoming Mongolia's first female Paralympic gold medalist, a milestone that exemplifies her dedication and the strength of Mongolian athletes in the world arena. Bolirden Gambat and Batulg segment further distinguished themselves by winning silver medals, showing Mongolia's unwavering commitment to excellence in para sports. The Paris 2024 Paralympic Games, which began on August 29, 2024, marked a historic achievement for Mongolia as Surunjau Ulumbayr won the gold medal in the women's 52-kilogram para-taekwondo event, becoming Mongolia's first female Paralympic champion. This victory brought home Mongolia's fifth medal in its Paralympic history and made Ulumbayr the country's third Paralympic gold medalist. Before this, she had secured a bronze medal at the World Para-Taekwondo Championships, a gold medal at the European Championships, and a gold medal at the Oceania Para-Open Championships, and a silver medal at the Hangzhou 2023 Asian Para Games. The 17th Summer Paralympic Games features around 4,400 athletes from 168 countries, competing for 549 medals across 22 categories. Mongolia has sent 12 athletes to compete in 6 sports. At the Paris 2024 Paralympic Games, honored athlete of Mongolia, 5-time world champion and 5-time Asian gold medalist Bolirden Gambat won a silver medal in the men's 63-kilogram para-taekwondo category. In the final, he tied 7-7 with a Turkish opponent during regular time, but lost in the extra time, making him Mongolia's second medalist in the 17th Summer Paralympic Games. Currently, Mongolia ranks 29th among 168 participating countries with 1 gold and 2 silver medals. The Mongolian National Olympic Committee highlighted this as the 6th Paralympic medal in the nation's history, reflecting on previous successes. Batyrjau won gold in archery at the Beijing 2008 Paralympic Games. Orhun took bronze in judo, and Sotnam Pelje won bronze in powerlifting at the Rio 2016 Paralympic Games. Sotnam Pelje also secured gold in powerlifting at the Tokyo 2020 Paralympic Games, while Surunjau claimed gold in para-taekwondo at the Paris 2024 Paralympic Games. In the men's F40 shot put category at the Paris 2024 Paralympic Games, International Master of Sports Batulg segment won a silver medal, proudly raising Mongolia's flag in Paris skies. The Mongolian national team continues to perform admirably at the 17th Paralympic Games, having secured 1 gold and 2 silver medals so far, with 12 athletes competing across 6 sports for Mongolia.
The opening ceremony of the center was attended by specialists from UzAuto Motors JSC, representatives of local authorities, leading entrepreneurs of the capital, and media representatives. The honorary guests of the ceremony were the ambassadors extraordinary and plenipotentiary of Uzbekistan and the United States to Mongolia, who noted the great importance of this event at an international level. It was emphasized that a new history of the Chevrolet brand has begun in Mongolia, and the implemented project will strengthen business and friendly relations between the two countries. In turn, Olmaspek Alimov, Managing Director of Sales and Service of UzAuto Motors JSC, noted that this event is a reflection of trust in the Chevrolet brand and confirmation of the rapid development of export potential in the automotive industry of Uzbekistan. During the ceremony, a special certificate confirming the official presence of the Chevrolet brand in Mongolia was presented to the representatives of the Dr. Auto Chain LLC. In their speech, the representatives of Dr. Auto Chain LLC talked about their plans for the future. In the near future, representatives are planning to work on further expanding the brand's presence and ensuring a high level of customer service in the domestic market of Mongolia. During the event, the Chevrolet Cobalt model was presented. The vehicle was handed over to the first buyer in a ceremonial atmosphere. The next plan is to assemble cars within the country from 2028. The Chevrolet Cobalt model assembled in Mongolia will be sold within the country for 5 years. Very soon, Mongolia will become a user of cars assembled by Mongolian engineers.
You're watching News Mongolia. Now let's take a look at the currency exchange rates provided by Mongol Bank. Now let's take a look at the weather forecast for Mongolia and the world major cities. Well, that's all for today. Thank you for staying with us. We'll see you tomorrow with more news and updates. Goodbye.